Trading fee on BitSeven. This is a quick guide on how to calculate trading fees on BitSeven to help you understand how much percentage gain is needed to break even and be in profit on a trade. Become proficient at calculating your break-even percentage to improve the speed of your decision-making skills. When you're scalping, you could be in and out of trades in less than a minute, and if you're not fast enough, a winning trade could turn into a losing trade. So if you're on the trading page, click on Account, then click Fees, and you'll see this list of fees for different trading assets offered on BitSeven and the formula to calculate them. My recommendation is to just stick to Bitcoin and forget about the rest. There is more price action with Bitcoin, and you have to deal with exchange fees to get into and out of other assets because it is only Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out on BitSeven. So you can see here that the trading fee varies based upon the trading asset. It's more than double the fee on every other asset than Bitcoin. That's another reason why you don't want to waste your time trading other assets. You can also see the exchange rates here, and so you have to take a double hit getting in and out of an asset that's not Bitcoin. So again, I will reiterate, don't waste your time on trading other assets. Now here I have a simple summary on how to calculate fees on Bitcoin trades. So the fee is 0.075%. And that is a number that is constant in the formula because you're only trading Bitcoin. If you're trading a different asset, that number would change based upon the fee schedule for that particular asset being traded. So in this example, we have to multiply 0.075 by the leverage used. Let's use 50x leverage for example. Then you multiply by 2 and you get 7.5. which is the percentage needed in order to cover fees on your trade. I wanted to show you the long method first so that you have a better idea of how it all works on BitSeven. But really, you just need to know the short method, which is the leverage amount multiplied by 0.15. And that is because we're just eliminating a step because we're only trading Bitcoin. And that step is eliminated by multiplying 0.075 by 2. Which gives you 0.15. So it's just leverage times 0.15, and the number that you get is the amount in percentage to cover the fees. So for example, 50x leverage times 0.15 equals 7.5%. 7.5% is what is needed to break even. Anything more than 7.5% would be in profit. So forget about everything else and just pay attention to Bitcoin. And again, just remember this formula. It's very simple. Multiply the leverage amount by 0.15 and the result would be the percentage amount needed to break even on trading fees. So for example, 50x leverage times 0.15 is 7.5% needed to cover fees. The second example is 25x leverage times 0.15 is 3.75% needed to cover fees. Anything more than that is profit. You need to be proficient at knowing your break-even percentage on your positions because sometimes you're going to be in a bad trade and you're going to have to try to break even or take a small loss. Then depending on the direction on longer time frames, you might need to reposition or trade in the opposite direction. So knowing when to get out of a bad trade at break even or at a small loss is harder to do if you don't bet proportionally to your bankroll. Betting proportionally will make it easier for you to be less reluctant to get out of a bad trade, and it will also allow you to have enough capital to trade the opposite direction when stuck in a bad trade. There are going to be times when you'll have to add to a losing trade in order to keep it open because there is a 10-day time limit from the last added order to keep it from auto-selling. Also, there are going to be times when you might decide to add to a losing order to move the average entry price because the longer time frame direction is still clearly the same as your current open order. When you're all in or half in on a position, you have less options on making a trade profitable, and you'll have to take a larger hit in proportion to your entire bankroll to get out of a bad trade, which contributes to the reluctance of getting out of a bad trade, then likely liquidating your entire bankroll. If you got value out of this information, subscribe so that you'll know when my next video comes out. I plan on making more short videos about tips on how to become a better advantage player.